All right, there we go. All right, good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday night here at Beyond the Airwaves Leveling Up, and since it's Wednesday, that means it's time for Warzone Wednesday. That means we got stories that'll make you laugh, think, cry, get upset. We could fire off a rant rocket. Never know. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm currently joined in line by four of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our resident joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday.
To my right, we have our friend from across the pond, Lotte. Hello, Lotte.
Hello, Shirley. Glad to be here.
Yep. And it's what, 3 o'clock in the morning over there?
Yes, it is, and I'm wide awake.
And the good news is she's off from work all week, so you don't have to worry about a thing. Let's see. Anyway,
Yes.
below left we have our AZ magician sus Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello, and I keep forgetting to change my fucking name.
Janet, don't worry about it, okay? Keep it. I can always change it. And finally, below right, we have our resident Lala Lashana. Hello, Lala.
Good evening, guys. It's Hump Day.
Mike.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? When
Hump day.
day.
Yep. And we also have Sajo in the chat room. Hey, Saj.
Hi,
Hi,
Saj.
Sandra.
Hey, Sanjo.
All right, now before we get to the meat of the show, I do have to make this announcement. Tomorrow night, I have made the decision to postpone the episode because there is a bit of a substantial severe weather threat for me. And since I'm the one running Streamlabs and Zoom, could you imagine what would happen if the power goes out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
a,
Zoom
yeah,
call
it's a
would
good
drop,
decision.
the show would drop. Yeah.
Yeah, because it has happened once
But
before. But go ahead, Mike.
but as a result for that, I will be taking over the 9 o'clock slot, so that way we keep on a reasonable schedule. But we will be continuing per Sonify Royal. It'll be episode 13.5. Because I
Cool.
didn't get a chance to finish what I wanted to do tonight because of time. So
That's fine.
that'll be tomorrow night at 9.
All right. 9 o'clock Central.
9 o'clock Central.
Because I was watching my local news tonight, and our chief meteorologist said, basically the storms will come through in 30 to 45 minutes, and then it's done. But the problem is the timing of the storms. It should reach Montgomery by 9 p.m. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
Oh,
that's a smart move.
crap.
That's a
So,
smart move to
yeah,
postpone.
I'm the
yeah,
one that suggested it.
yeah, it's true. I give credit to Janet for the
It's
suggestion.
better to err on the side of caution, and you don't have shit happen tomorrow night,
Right. Mm-hmm.
than to go ahead with the show and have the storms come through. I
Mm-hmm.
would rather err on the side of caution like that,
Agree.
especially with
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah, because our first basic rule on this show, safety first.
yep.
Exactly.
Because, I feel like it's not worth doing the show with the possibility of wind damage or even a tornado. Now, they're saying here it may not be as bad, but we can't chance anything either. Because it doesn't take much. It does not take much because the weather, as Janet always says, the only thing predictable about the weather is, in fact, its unpredictability. And right now, the system is showing what it is right now. Tomorrow, that could change. It could get better. It could get worse. There's no way of knowing. I know, since I've been a weather geek since basically I was about 7 years old when the Weather Channel started in 1982. I can't believe it's gonna be 40 years old.
Yeah, I remember that.
Even if the weather changes for the good,
Still better just don't chance it.
still better to leave it alone.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
don't worry. I'm not changing it. Don't worry.
But, but there's always Friday.
Yeah.
Yep. And just want to let everybody know, Blue wanted to say hi.
I love Blue. Aw,
Oh,
cutie. Blue cutie.
Hi, Lulu.
No, it's Blue, not
no, that's
Lulu.
Blue.
Hi,
Blue.
Blue.
Lulu's underneath the dresser.
Oh,
Right there.
Blue is your cat, right, Lola?
Dog.
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 Sorry. I keep losing track of who's dog people and who's cat people.
Okay, Lala is a dog person. Frodo and Mike both have cats, and Jan, of course, has
Ash
dogs.
loves
I
And
don't
I
have
have
any.
two dogs.
dogs. Ash loves dogs.
Okay.
But she's also happy with Lulu being here too.
I like any type of animal. I like reptiles, amphibians, dogs, cats, rodents, even the snakes, as long as they aren't poisonous and don't bite.
I like
I
cats too, except I have a problem with cat dander. I have an
Yeah,
allergy to
at
it.
Out of Africa Wildlife Park, I got behind the handlers and got to help carry out a 14-foot python.
Ugh. I don't
Oh,
want to do
wow.
that. You got
And
more
then there was
guts than
little
I do.
kids. What was funny, there was little kids behind me
Mhm.
holding onto the tail, carrying it like a like a bride's
Train on a
trail.
veil. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you, because I'm scared of snakes. Always have. No, thank you.
So like
Well, at
Like
least
Samuel L. Jackson. I don't care about them motherfucking snakes. Because we had
But
that story the other day about people actually finding a snake on a plane on an Air Asia flight.
yep.
So, but yeah,
But
that
just
lucky Samuel L. Jackson wasn't on that flight.
yeah.
right.
Somebody get this motherfucking snake off this motherfucking
Motherfucking
plane.
plane.
Well, just to let everybody know, Karen Ashley was on UCR today. And mainly it was a good UCR reunion. And mainly she's coming back.
Yay, that's cool. And the invite has I think Frodo put the invite to, for her to, if she wants to come on with us, she can too. I mean, it's up to her.
Now,
We're
who
not gonna.
is Karen now?
Karen
And what?
Ashley. Karen Ashley from Power Rangers.
Okay.
Who I've met. She's a
I
sweetie.
have too. I met her in 2013 at Dragon Con.
She is a sweetie.
Yes, she is.
She's like a cousin, like you, like a first time cousin that you met, and she's like so down to earth once you talk
Oh
to her. It's
yeah.
like a family member you haven't seen in a while.
Well, let's put it this way: all as far as I know, all the Power Rangers actors I've met, they've all been pretty much down to earth. Because I've met, let's see, I met Karen Ashley, Walter Jones, Jason David Frank. I met Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Karen Ashley. Let's see, who else? I'm trying to remember. Um, David Yost. I met him.
The
So,
one who I haven't met yet, and I so want to meet him one day, is Jason David Frank. I so want to meet him.
oh, I've been fortunate to meet him. He's a real good guy. He really is. Yeah, I met him in 2013. I remember people. I will never forget this. People were going up to him saying, "I remember you when I was 5 years old." I came up and said, "I've known you since I was a sophomore in college." Seriously, Power Rangers started when I was a sophomore at college.
Me, I had to be honest. I would have told him, I was like, I remember you when I was going to middle school.
Hey,
Because
you're never too
that's
old
how
to
it
be a
happened with
fan,
me.
people.
Oh no no no. You're never ever too old to be a fan of anything.
Never too old because I'm still a Power Rangers fan to this day. And plus, I'm planning to cosplay as one of them for Awesome Con this year, June the 3rd through the 5th, if nothing happens.
Yeah. And me, I am planning on going to Dragon Con, but I'm going to concentrate on panels for the most, practically all panels, and usually that doesn't cost any money. So I'm probably gonna be able to save a lot of money because
I
I've been able.
thought you told me. I thought you told me Dragon Con was out for a while.
It was, but
It was due to the COVID
A
restrictions.
was to A was the COVID review. Now it did come back in 2021, but I'm going in 2022. But like I said, let me put it this way: I found a hotel that's a nice 15-minute walk, and it's a full-on suite including a kitchen. So So that's not bad. And besides, like I said, I'm the dealer's room is so far away now. I really don't need to go to the dealer's room anymore. So
Oh, and if you do go, Shirley, don't forget to go to the Wild Bill old fashioned soda machines and get yourself a cup and a free straw. They
cool.
got some good sodas.
Hmm. Well, me being diabetic, I gotta watch that, so you have to be a little careful. Have to be just a
Really
little
quick,
careful.
Craig is in the chat room, and so is Sajo.
Yeah, well, I knew about Sajo, so hey, Greg, what's up?
Craig.
Hi.
Hello.
But yeah, but yeah, I mean, I want to go regardless because I guess I miss my favorite set of tracks, the Sci-Fi American Classics track, because that's the one set I go to. I think I went when I went in 2019. I think I went to at least 10 to 15 different panels on those alone. So, I guess what can I say? That it is the most enjoyable. My favorite part, and Lala, you're gonna laugh on this one. Every year they have like what's known as the death match, and when I went in 2019, you see, I was able to get in that room, but it's one of the hardest panels to actually be able to get in the room because that room fills up fast.
I
And
heard.
yeah, and this one, it was like trying to figure out who was the most Nicolas Cageiest of Nicolas Cage.
Wow.
It was so funny. I never cracked up so much. And the winner was Sarah McLaughlin.
Wow.
It was a battle between her and bees.
Well, I can tell you this for OscarCon this year, two of the actors from The Lord and the Rings is coming back.
Ooh.
One of the actors, I forgot his name. I know he played Samwise Gamgee, and
Sean
the other one,
Astin.
yeah, and he and the other actor who played Bilbo Baggins,
Oh, Bilbo.
the old Bilbo Baggins when he was older.
Oh. Mm,
He's back for
okay.
AwesomeCon this year
Okay. Well,
again.
I don't know who that is because I know the younger Bilbo is played by Martin Freeman. He's not there, so that's not it.
So those are the two updates I got for you so far. The two actors from The Lord of the Rings are back.
Yeah, well, I know it's only February. They're not going to be adding more guests to the Dragon Con list for a little while. So, like I said, I'm not really concerned about that. I just want to enjoy the panels, get back there. If I have to mask up, so be it. I'm cool with that.
Well, for here in DC, the mayor is kind of, dropping the mask mandate.
Yeah,
So we won't know anything until the summer hits.
yeah, yeah. That's
So
true.
maybe she,
It's all dependent on this situation right now. I
yeah,
mean, things are looking like they're getting better. I'm going to get my booster shot next month because it'll
I
be
already
eight
got
months.
mine.
Yeah, it'll be 8 months since I got the
COVID.
second shot. So,
Yeah, the second COVID shot.
hmm yeah, I mean, and mom's a little nervous. I said, you know what? I got an idea. I'll do it first. But the catch is, have to remember, what happens to me may not necessarily happen to mom, and it could be the same thing, vice
Exactly.
versa.
Exactly. Like I told my mom when I went to get mine. She's like, "You got yours already?" I was like, "Yeah, I got mine over at the Green Belt station because they're giving away free shots." So I went. But the second one, I went to the CVS to get my booster.
hmm
She's like, "So you got your?" I said, "I got all my shots at the Greenbelt station. Then I got my booster at CVS. Mama, I'm just gonna tell you, when you first get your shot, I'm telling you, though, the first shot, my left arm, Mama, my arm was sore. I had to go to sleep. That's how sore my arm got.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. I when I got my first shot, I made the mistake of really not eating anything beforehand. And as a result, I started feeling really funny in the body. I'm like, oh no, something's happening, something's happening. I went back to the pharmacy where I'd gotten it done, and the woman who gave me the shot, she said, it's okay, it's probably just anxiety. But the next time when you get your second shot, though, have something in your stomach that you've eaten, so it won't be so bad next time. When I did it the second time, I was a lot better prepared. So,
Good.
and I'll be
I
prepared for
know
this one
the
too.
way I got my shots. is they had one of those drive-through stations at Tempe Stadium. I had to go twice to the same place to get my first shot and my second shot. My
Mm,
booster shot I got at Walmart
mm.
down on Dysart.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what do we got for the schedule today?
Huh?
Uh, well, basically, on our show night, we just have there's this one story that I've posted today. This is gonna sound so stupid. Now, I'll tell you the truth. We usually don't talk religion, but this isn't actually religious per se. What's going on is there's a priest in Arizona. He has basically been forced to resign because he said one word wrong when baptizing all the people he had done. And now all those baptisms are basically invalidated.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, one word. That's it. One simple word.
Tell people what the word was.
Okay. He basically said I instead of, no, he said we instead of I.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to post the link in the Zoom chat and I'm going to
I've
put it
read the
up.
article already, so
Yeah. But I mean, I saw this like, you've got to be kidding me. One word and this guy and the Catholic Church just got all over him?
and
Okay.
now all the people that were baptized, communion,
Mhm.
weddings.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, a pastor baptized people for decades using one wrong word. Now, those are all considered invalid. This courtesy of CNN. All right, a Catholic priest has resigned after a church investigation found he performed invalid baptisms throughout most of his more than 20-year career, according to Bishop Thomas Olmsted of the Diocese of Phoenix. Father Andres Arango, who performed thousands of baptisms, would say, "We baptize you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." But Olmsted explained the words "we baptize" should have been "I baptize" instead. The issue with using "we" is that it is not the community that baptizes a person. Rather, it is Christ and Him alone who presides at all of the sacraments, and so it is Christ Jesus who baptizes, Olmsted wrote in a message to parishioners posted last month. The error also means that because baptism is first of the sacraments, some people will need to repeat other sacraments, according to the diocese webpage for frequently asked questions. CNN has reached out to the diocese for comment on other sacraments. Arango resigned as pastor of the St. Gregory Parish in Phoenix as of February 1st. It saddens me to learn that I have performed invalid baptisms throughout my ministry as a priest by regularly using an incorrect formula. I deeply regret my error and how this has affected numerous people in your parish and elsewhere, Arango wrote in his own message on the site. Olmsted said the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith in 2020 affirmed that when a baptism is conferred with the formula "we baptize," it is invalid and people need to be baptized again. The diocese has set up a website for anyone who believes they had an invalid baptism. That's so weird how it sounds. The diocese said baptisms of Rango conducted after June 17th, 2021 are presumed valid. According to Katie Burke, a spokesperson for the diocese, some new baptisms have already taken place. Arango began his career in Brazil in 1995. He will continue to be a priest and will dedicate his energy and time to help those who had invalid baptisms. Olmsted said he did not believe Andres intended to harm any of the parishioners. I too am sincerely sorry that this error has resulted in disruption to the sacramental lives of a number of the faithful. This is why I pledge to take every step necessary to remedy the situation for everyone impacted, Olmsted said. According to the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, there are 7 sacraments in the Catholic Church: baptism, confirmation, Eucharist, reconciliation, anointing of the sick, marriage, and holy orders. Through the sacraments, God shares His holiness with us so that we in turn can make the world holier, the conference says on its website. And that's the end of the article. I cannot believe one word.
I can't believe it either, to be honest.
No comment on that part. Sheesh. Wow.
Ugh.
Well, you know what? I think you were on here. You guys have heard this question before. I don't think Lottie and Lala have. Okay. God believes that God, Jesus and God both know what's in your heart, right?
Hmm.
Right.
Okay. So why should we have to go to a big mega church to worship if he knows what's in our heart
Yeah,
when we can do it right in our own living room?
exactly.
Mm,
Yep.
And one thing I've always said is this: just because you go to church every Sunday, that doesn't prove anything. It's how you are away from the sanctuary during the week.
mhm.
Because I'll tell you the truth. I have known people who have gone to church every Sunday for 50 years. However, they do prove their point during the week.
Mm.
So I can definitely say those are true. Those are truly good Christians and so forth. Because they do, they'll do charity work. They'll help the homeless. They'll do, they actually will do things and still go to church every Sunday. That's good. That's fine. But I feel like there's too many hypocrites out there too.
I. Yep.
It's like if you're gonna go to church every Sunday, prove it. I mean, most people, you don't have to go to church to prove your point.
You could go do help people less fortunate than you.
Yeah, I've already done that.
Mhm.
I've already done volunteer work 2 times since I started my new job. I started with the that community building day back in November, and then in December I actually volunteered as a Salvation Army bell ringer. So, but I mean, seriously, they're gonna get on your case on one word. That is absolutely mind-boggling.
It's
Mm.
a
And that
crock of BS.
Yeah,
and that's probably gonna spread to all the other denominations too,
yeah, you're probably
including
right.
Baptist, which is mine.
Yeah,
I don't remember when I got baptized whether they said we or I. I don't remember,
yeah.
but
Oh boy.
But
Let's see. So how do they invalidate people? Is there a paper they send people's home with that has the typo? I don't know.
good
It's a good
question.
question. That's a good
That's a
question,
good
Quag.
question.
That is an excellent question. But I mean, I just think about it. One word, just one wrong word,
Mm.
and
And
invalidates
I
everybody
still
everything.
tries to
say
do
it's
the,
bullshit.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
everybody wants to, yeah, and everybody wants to put a big stink about it.
Yup.
Yeah,
Mm.
Like seriously, come on now.
yeah. It's like I can. It's like when Jay Leno had the Tonight Show. I would always love to watch the headlines, find out what's misspelled and so forth.
Oh
Like
yeah.
one of my all time favorites, the San Francisco Chronicle trying to get San Francisco trying to get the Olympics. They had the Oimpic, OIMPIC, no Olympic, it was Oimpic on the headline.
Oops.
Yeah.
Daisy.
Let's see. Craig just touched on this. I know some churches do send home a document that says an individual is baptized, but I am unsure it is like that in every branch of the religion. That's a good point.
I was
That's
baptized many years ago.
Me too.
Never had to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I was
baptized.
baptized in 2017.
I was baptized way back in the 80s. It was when I was little. So
Mm.
I don't,
Mm.
I can't remember all of it. So
That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, don't. I wouldn't even worry about that. But it just bothers me that that happened.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Oh,
the priest is probably a very good man,
Yes, he
true,
is.
but they
true.
try they you know
Blamed him for something that he may not have
an
known.
honest mistake,
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
a
Let's put something,
fucking
put a
honest
little,
mistake.
Hmm.
yeah, but let's put some smiles on everybody's faces. Guess
Yeah.
what's coming out on Disney Plus?
What's
Chippendales
that?
Rescue Rangers, right?
Bingo. Yes, they just did I just saw the commercial on YouTube.
Uh huh.
Mainly, I have to be honest, there's going to be a whole lot of, live action. And there's a few little characters that you may recognize that we
Mhm.
grew up with. Then it's going to go straight to the live action. Mainly Chip, mainly Chip is still animated,
Mhm.
but Dale is CGI.
Yeah, it's like something like CGI surgery or something like that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer too. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Guess who has a cameo appearance in Chippendale Rescue Rangers?
I think it's Roger Rabbit, isn't it?
No, Roger Rabbit and Paula Abdul for the
Ooh.
anniversary of her single "Opposites Attract."
Oh yeah, with the Scat Cat. I
Yes.
remember that. That's
Yep.
that's
So
cool.
so Paula Abdul will be making an appearance in Chippendale's Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, I like what they've done. I'll admit, I like the idea of what they did. They make it like, they saw success and like kind of like it's almost like that. What was that show Behind the Music before on
Yes,
VH1? Kind
VH1.
of, yeah.
Yeah. Mainly they're paying homage of the Rescue Rangers. They've been, been there since the 90s for
Mhm.
Disney Afternoon and all that. Due to the popularity, now they sunk back down and never been heard of again.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like, it's true because Disney Afternoon was like way back in the early 1980s when let's see
Well, let's
my
see.
where I live at DC 20 used to air Disney Afternoon.
Yeah, because yeah, I think WCOV down here did it too. Because it was like there was Rescue Rangers, Ducktales. Let's see, they had Darkwing Duck at one point.
Yep, they had Bonkers at one point.
Yeah.
That
Then
would
they
technically
and
be like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, late
About late
80s,
80s,
early
early
90s.
90s.
They had Tailspin.
Yep.
Then they released the best animation cartoon series that I've ever watched, and they need to re-release it. Gargoyles.
Oh yeah. Truly classic. They
I
really.
love the I love the theme. I love the music to it
Oh
because the
yeah, the
music
music
tells the story.
rocked. The music rocked.
Okay, what
Music
do
tells the
Star Trek
story.
The Next Generation and Gargoyles have in common?
Several actors from that
Several
show
Can you name
did
them?
voices. Let's see. Jonathan
William
Frakes did
Riker.
Xanatos.
Yeah,
Uh,
William Riker played Xanatos. Deanna Troy played Demona.
yep.
Yeah.
And Data played one of the daggone wizards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. There's plenty of times between Star Trek: The Next Generation and Let's see. Let's see. Something else. Let's see. I had posted my Doctor Strange 2 reaction a couple days ago, and one thing caught my attention. There's something that says, "Who? What the?" That voice sounded like Patrick Stewart.
Yes,
I think Professor X is somewhere in this thing. It's like, holy crap.
aka Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Yep, Jean-Luc Picard, aka Professor X, and who knows? I saw this like, what the heck?
And also, a lot of people thought they heard or saw Deadpool.
Yeah, I've been hearing about.
And,
I have been reading up on
and
that one too.
gargoyles?
No, in
No,
Doctor Strange 2.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
speaking of Deadpool, there was
there's a
this
whole lot
guy
of
at
rumors
Walmart
flying
that was.
around.
Janet, wait. Go ahead, Lala.
There's a whole lot of rumors flying around with that scene with Doctor Strange and
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart. Because
Mhm.
mainly everybody thought when they heard Patrick Stewart, I think somebody mentioned that it might be a Doctor Strange and a X-Men crossover. I'm like, I'm
Uh,
like, huh?
not
Like that
I
could
wouldn't think not
happen.
necessarily, but
I'm like, that could happen.
yeah, cuz now, now that Disney owns Fox basically,
Yep.
that
They
can
can
that
do anything with that now.
yeah.
They can start a whole new thing with X-Men.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
exactly.
So
forget they own
Refresh
definitely.
the
Yep, you're
franchise.
right.
Mhm. Because I know what was it? Hugh Jackman. He finally retired the Logan role. So
Oh, oh, he looked good. He looked good as Logan.
yeah, yeah. Especially that last one, we
Well,
had that full-grown beard.
Yes. Well, I have to be honest with you. Disney can do anything with the rights to Marvel.
Yeah. The only thing is they still don't have Spider-Man because Sony's
Sony
got
still
it.
has that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sony has the rights to Spider-Man, so
Thanks,
but
Sony.
even though Spider-Man is part of the Marvel franchise, Disney still got partial rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Man, I can't wait for next year. I'm gonna see if I can go to Walt Disney World next
Yeah.
year.
Let's
I want to
see.
go back.
Oh wow. Listen to this. Disney is sending a hit movie back to theaters after major streaming streaming success, not screaming success. Sorry.
Sorry.
One letter. See what I mean? One letter, one word can change the whole thing. All right. But anyway, here's what's going on. Disney has another Frozen-sized hit on its hands, this time coming in the form of magical Madrigal Family. Encanto was a modest hit when released in theaters last November, but its debut on Disney Plus on Christmas Eve sent its popularity soaring to new heights. The animated movie is topping all other films on every streaming service. Its music is conquering the Billboard charts and giving families around the world a new obsession. With all this massive success, Disney is giving Encanto another shot at the big screen. Let's see. Yesterday, Disney announced that it would be re-releasing Encanto into theaters. Disney didn't unveil any official information about which theaters will be showing Encanto when it returns this week, but it seems that there will be quite a few that want to get in on the action. This re-release follows the footsteps on other popular films like Venom: Let There Be Carnage, which returned to the big screen in January. Encanto was recently nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Animated Feature, which may have influenced the decision to put it back in theaters. It's also worth noting that since sending Turning Red to Disney Plus, Disney doesn't have a theatrical release until Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in May. Encanto will help fill the void. Encanto tells the story of a young Colombian woman named Mirabelle, who is part of the magical Madrigal family. Everyone in her family is given a special gift when they're young, but Mirabelle never received one, leading her to question her place in the Madrigal legacy. The film was directed by Bush and Byron Howard, with Charisse Castro Smith serving as co director. Bush and Castro Smith wrote the screenplay, and Hamilton creator Lin Manuel Miranda helped come up with the story for Encanto and wrote new music for the film. And I'm not going to go any further because it's just like telling who the cast is.
And wouldn't you know it, guys, if Shirley can put the stream up, go to the Family Rules on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They actually did their own version of We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Yeah, well, we have to be careful about that because we've been hit with copyright claims.
Yeah.
So we really need to be
Many of
careful
us
about that.
did. Many
Or
of
we
us.
could do it after we can do it
Yeah, we'll
after
do it
the
after. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do it
yeah.
after the show.
And like many of my streams that I do has also been hit.
Hmm.
And that's because of the music within the video game itself. Like I have no control over that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
That's why
mean,
I'm not making it into a career.
yeah, me neither. I mean, basically, what we're doing here, we're just doing it for the fun. I'm not worried about, I've already done like a couple reactions. I'm not expecting 3 million hits. No, I just do it because I like to do it.
That's you. That's what I do.
Hmm. Because worrying about worrying about, oh, am I gonna make a big hit? Am I gonna be the big YouTube star? I'm not gonna. That's a waste of time trying that.
That's too much
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. But Twitch, I'm gonna tell you this. Twitch is even worse though. It's like if you want, you have to get like so many people before you get sponsored or even partnered or something like that.
Yeah.
First, first is affiliate, which
Mhm.
that's not too difficult. But then partner is they set their expectations way too high for partner, and that's not really fair.
The
Yeah.
last time, I had to be honest, I was on Twitch for a short time. When I reached that requirement that they want you to get,
Mhm.
the only thing they sent me was a freaking backpack.
All it's like
Yeah.
all I did all this work and all I got for it was a freaking backpack.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know how that can be sometimes. But yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. Let's see. Let's see. You guys have told this, but the viewers have not heard about this. I am probably never going to buy food at Target ever again.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because let me explain why. I've had 3 instances over a period of time where food's not been so fresh. Now, in 2 cases, it's actually milk. One of them is rice milk. Okay, I would go get the big gallon one because it was actually cheaper to get that than it was the commissary. But one of those containers was over 6 months past its date.
Oh.
That's
Oh
why
no.
I asked you earlier if you checked the expiration date on the milk.
No, Janet, this is the rice milk, not the almond milk. Okay, but
Well, I applied on.
I always check the date. Anyway, but I told the employee, and I think they finally did something about it. And now number two, I had to buy some Quaker oats for mom. She needed them to make oatmeal cookies. And I bought I bought the big container. Now here's the problem: when we opened the container, there were ants on the inside.
Whew, we've had the same problem in a cake mix with mealworms.
Hmm. Well, we had ants, so mom said, "Take this thing back to Target." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Seal it up, so forth." And when I took it back, I showed them that. They said, "Yeah, you're right. Let's get you your money back." And then just the other day, I went to Target, got 2 cartons of their brand of almond milk. The first carton was perfectly fine, but when I opened the second carton Monday and yesterday, my stomach was feeling rather off and I had to go to the bathroom. Okay, so this morning I ate a jelly sandwich instead of the instead of having that almond milk because like what the heck's going on? Then I smelled the almond milk, and even though it's got an April 2022 expiration date, it smelled like it's spoiled.
You want to know something? Even though it said April 20th on the container, it could have been a mess up at the factory where they produced it and
Yeah,
packaged it.
that's
Yeah.
possible. But still, I mean, 3 times at Target. I mean, if I want to buy like hand lotion at Target, yeah, I'll do that. I mean, it's not like I'm eating lotion. No.
I don't buy anything at Target because their prices are higher than Walmart. And Walmart is good about their food.
Yeah,
It's
Walmart is
good.
definitely good about theirs.
But I'll tell you an experience with at a super it was a small market in Mesa up the street from where we used to live.
Uh huh.
They had Oscar Mayer hot dogs for a an expensive price. So we went and we bought some, looked at the expiration date. It was 6 months past. They sold 6 month old hot dogs packages.
Uh.
But
Yeah.
that is bullshit.
Yep. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that we had a store that did it barely. I don't think it even lasted 4 months here in Montgomery. It was called Black Friday because you had things like things would start $5, then $4, then
Oh, is
three,
that the
two.
one you didn't like? You went to but didn't go to anymore because it was cluttered.
Yeah. It was very cluttered. B, um, it was the same problem as you, Janet. They had like fresh items, which guess what? They were expired.
They weren't so fresh.
No, they were definitely not. Now, I did manage to get a few good things out of that store. In fact, one of them's right here. If I can just get my this,
What is it?
a bunch of googly eyes stickers. I
Uh-huh.
could use that. So, yeah, yeah, I
But
have a use for this. So it's not like,
you have to be really, really careful going to discount stores like that.
yeah, that's better. Okay, but this store didn't even last 4 months, and it was already gone because people especially like discounts, they don't like disorganization, they don't like expired stuff. That's what killed it.
Yeah. In that case, it was a case of disorganized organization that killed the shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the problem. Now, depending on the store itself, like Big Lots, they're pretty organized.
Yeah, well,
Goodwill is
that
pretty
they have
organized.
stuff on shelves that
Yeah,
happen to like Big Lots
yeah,
because they do have it. Even though people, when they pull things off the shelves, they'll put it back on the shelf, just not as neat as it was to begin with.
right.
But it's still in the right place.
Yeah. Hey,
You
Lottie,
know
still
what
with us?
irritates?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Okay, just to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
You want to know what irritates the piss out of me?
What?
What?
Especially in a place like Target or Walmart. People will try on clothes in a dressing room and just throw them on the floor, not bother picking them up.
Don't worry. I do pick them up. And they say leave it in there. That's what I do. I leave it in there, hang it up, leave it in there.
Yeah, it gives job security to the workers there.
Mhm. Because I'm
But
so I don't like to make a mess. It's like if I'm going to if I'm going to do something, I put it somewhere where it's nice and neat and so forth. I don't want to create a mess.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
what is the name? Change the subject real quick.
Yeah.
What's the name of that winter storm that's going to cause your problems tomorrow?
Oh, Miles. Yes, it's Winter
Oh,
Storm
my
Miles.
Okay.
That means Miles May. To me, there's one name that comes to my mind. Miles
Miles
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Yeah, how appropriate.
Yep.
Winter Storm Miles is going to cause a lot of mayhem
Mayhem.
everywhere it goes.
Dumb.
Yep. But yeah, but
Okay, get back on the subject we were on.
yeah, but of course, Brandon McCain. Of course, he was the voice of Miles Mayhem. Of course, and sadly, he passed away just after Christmas in 2020. So
Okay,
who knows?
I'm
Who
in the
knows? Maybe
middle
they
of
maybe
doing this.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe they need it in honor of his memory. I don't know. Let's see.
Can you read
When
this?
when you get to the blank.
When you get to the end,
End of your rope.
Uh huh.
Hold on, I got
Something. Hold
you want me
on.
to, if you want to get, when you get to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hold on. You
Oh,
know who
okay.
said that?
Mark
Who?
Twain.
FDR, Franklin
Ah,
Delano Roosevelt.
that sounds about right.
But
Hmm. But yeah, yeah. But hey, Lottie, have you ever had a situation where you bought something and it turned out to be rotten?
Um, Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Have you ever bought any type of food or whatever that you thought was good, it turned out it was rotten?
Um, Let me think about this.
It's probably real stringent over there.
Yes, I have actually. Yes.
Okay.
So it was sort of like to do with so I think it was something to do with my one of the turkeys that we got for Christmas, and and then obviously we defrosted it a few days before Christmas Day,
Mhm.
and then we noticed something was funny, so it started to smell off.
Ooh.
and it was a bad turkey.
Mm.
So um yeah, so my auntie had that one and she said it was awful, but um well, Christmas Day, someone poured prosecco all over our turkey, so it looked like the turkey was drunk. Um, it tastes, you know what, prosecco and turkey do not mix well together. It smelt like the turkey just threw up.
Oh.
Gross. Oh, you know what happened to us once? We
What?
had one of those canned hams,
Oh yeah.
and we went to open it, and I noticed the can was a little bit bulged on the top, and
Mm.
I go, I don't think you guys should open it. They opened it, and juice exploded and exploded. The can popped open, and
Mm.
oh, talk about a barf smell.
Oh
Ugh.
God.
Ew.
Ugh. Yeah, that's right, folks. Welcome to horror stories.
Welcome to food horror stories.
Mm.
No, seriously, people, if you notice a can of anything bulging on the top, don't open it, shit can it.
Yeah.
Don't open it, shit can it.
And also, check your refrigerator ever so often because sometimes
Mm.
I've had situations where, you know, we thought our food was cold, but then one time I remember I was eating fresh squash. I could only take one bite because it tasted funny and it smelled even worse. I told mom that. She said, "Let's check the refrigerator because a lot of the things we have are not staying cold." Turns out the refrigerator wasn't cold enough.
Well,
So,
we have our refrigerator in our kitchen set at like 36,
uh-huh.
and our freezer set at -2. And I will tell you what, that refrigerator refrigerates good because I ate a turkey drumstick that was 2 weeks old and it was still good.
Yeah, because if you keep it in the freezer, it lasts a lot longer.
No, in the refrigerator.
Oh, nice.
It got stuck in the back of the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
If you ever can afford to get an LG appliance, do it. Because we have an LG refrigerator in the kitchen, and that really, really puts out good.
That's good. Yes, me. Sorry about that, folks. I'm
Oh,
really tired.
frack, don't get me started.
Well, if I do, I apologize in advance.
Okay, who just did that?
Me.
I
Hold up, Lottie.
saw her hand. I saw her hand. It's fine.
Woof, 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 woof.
Lulu's over by her food bowl eating.
Yeah, I can see Lulu back there.
Hi, Lulu. We
Hi,
see
Lulu.
you.
Lulu's like,
So anyway, we did our public service announcement for tonight.
yeah.
No, because a lot of people, I'm not knocking everybody, but some people, don't have the refrigerators
That's true. That is unfortunately true.
that
You're
keeps the
right.
food cold enough.
Yeah, that's true. Some people they can't afford to get a really good refrigerator.
Yeah. Remember the ice boxes back way back when?
Mhm.
You had to actually get ice and put it underneath.
Mhm.
It was actually an ice box.
Ow.
But enough. Let's see what I could find on MSN again.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
I don't need.
here's a tough question. Should helmets be a legal requirement for cyclists? Yes.
Yes,
It's a law already here.
but you want to know something?
What?
It's too bad the government has to govern our common sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Common sense should tell you to wear a helmet, especially if you're on a bicycle or a motorcycle in a congested area.
Mhm.
Mm.
Think about it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Say you're on a motorcycle doing, I know the speed limit's higher than this, doing 55 miles an hour,
Mm.
and you hit a bump and you go off your bike. You may be bruised, but at least you won't die from a head injury.
That's true.
When I fell off my bike and fractured my ankle, when the firemen showed up in the people's front yard,
Mhm.
the first thing out of the captain's mouth is, "Were you wearing a helmet?" I had taken it off and laid it down by my side, and I go, "Yes, I was." But
Mhm.
helmets do save lives.
Yeah, and it's like there was this. I remember it was the final episode of Extreme Makeover Home Edition. It was in Joplin, Missouri after that very deadly tornado had struck.
Uh-huh.
And they were talking about this one boy, 11 years old. He he got hit in the head by the tornado, but he was wearing a bicycle helmet.
Yeah. That now weather forecasters are telling you to make part of your storm kit
Mhm.
a helmet, whether it be a motorcycle helmet or
Mhm.
a bicycle helmet.
Yep. And here's what's interesting. Some people think you got to pay $100 for a good motorcycle helmet. No, you don't. I
You
bought
can get one
two.
for about
I
30 or
bought.
$40.
Are you kidding? I bought two used ones for $10 at a yard sale. One for mom
I
and one
know,
for
but not
me.
everybody can find helmets. Not everybody can find helmets at a yard, any type of a yard sale.
Well, that may be true, but I mean, you don't have to go expensive either.
No, a bike helmet is good for
Hmm.
protection, but a motorcycle helmet's even better.
Yeah, because all that foam is right there to protect your head.
Uh huh.
Uh, and speaking of which, I do want to say this. I have a feeling probably tonight in Texas, Oklahoma, and tomorrow in other places, I have a feeling that local TV stations are going to have to cut in for severe weather coverage.
And
If it's in
people don't pitch a bitch if they do.
Yeah,
It's for your own damn protection.
yes, because the FCC makes this a requirement as they are performing a public service. Okay? If you want to watch your damn show, go online or check it out the next day when it's available on demand. If you cannot live without the show they've interrupted for the weather, you better get a life.
Exactly.
Because like I have always said this, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't freaking care if it's the Alabama Auburn game. If the local station has to interrupt the game for severe weather, I will go online to see the game or I'll get the highlights later. Because people's
Exactly.
lives are a lot more important than a game, a TV show, or a movie or a sporting event.
Agreed.
I totally agree with you, Shirley.
Yeah, because it's honestly, it always pisses me off when people get mad at meteorologists for saying, "How dare you interrupt this because of the weather?"
Who was the local meteorologist that got yelled at because they preempted a show to do
Well,
tornado coverage?
there have been plenty actually. James Spann up in North Alabama, he's a legend up there. Um, they had to interrupt Christmas night. I think it was 2015 because there was a tornado on the south side of Birmingham. Somebody cursed him out because like it's LeBron time, not this. It's like excuse you, but I don't think those families who lost their homes were thinking about LeBron James.
What did he say to that?
Nothing.
I'm not talking about LeBron James. I'm talking about James Spann.
Yeah, I think James fan just says like, "Well, have a nice Christmas. Have a nice day." He just takes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for meteorologists, it's hard not to, take it personally. They have that's part of the job. They can't take it personally. They've got a job to do.
Exactly. Their job is to report the weather.
And when it comes to severe weather, their job is to help save lives too.
Exactly.
Because if I'll put it this way, I didn't even know who James Frann was until after April 27, 2011.
What?
Because thanks to him on that day, probably even though a lot of people did lose their lives, thousands of lives were saved because of him.
Was that in Joplin?
No, that was Tuscaloosa, Birmingham when we had that April 27th. Joplin was May 22nd,
Okay.
2011.
What what tornado outbreak was it that you and I were sitting on the computer looking at real
It was
time?
El Reno. It was El Reno, Oklahoma in 2009. It was hitting the pig
You
farm.
mean we were watching the storm debris from the El Reno tornado that almost killed Mike Bettis?
No, 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 no. That one was 2013. The Mike Bettis one was 2013. The one we were looking at was 2009, and we were watching it live.
We were actually now, Lottie, are you listening to this?
Yes, I'm listening.
Shirley and I were sitting on the computer for a couple of hours, actually tracking the debris from the El Reno tornado. That El Reno tornado.
Yeah, and it was hitting. It ended up hitting a pig farm too.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I said that El Reno tornado as opposed to the El Reno tornado.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, because the El Reno tornado is the one that killed Tim and Paul Samaras and their partner Carl Young, and almost killed Mike Bettis.
Oh yeah, this tornado hit the side of their chase vehicle
Mm-hmm.
and rolled it.
Mm-hmm.
And the cameraman's camera was pulled out the window
And it was still recording.
and it hit the ground, still recording, Lottie.
Yeah.
And it recorded that chase vehicle tumbling about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those men were lucky.
Yep.
They had one guy that ended up breaking his sternum,
Mm-hmm.
vertebrae in his neck,
Yeah.
fractured ribs.
Yeah.
He was a lucky man, Shirley. That
Oh,
guy
I know.
was.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of weather you have in England, but
Well, I know.
Um.
I know you can have you can get tornadoes, but not very often.
Nope.
Rare.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, Britain can get its share, can get tornadoes, but it's not often here because we've got the unique geography. So.
yeah. My friend Stuart Bent lives in Hinckley,
Mhm.
and he was going to go for a walk. He wanted to get his walk in before the storm hit, and I think it was a storm coming off the North Sea. Their equivalent of a nor'easter, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's where most of the storms end up going after they leave here. They end up usually going up to her end of the world. So,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but that's how it all works. That's how it all works in the world of nature.
Here's the way it works.
Mhm. Exactly. They
But you
always
know,
go around the world.
Although there are the rare occurrences where they will go the opposite way too.
That's
It's
true.
yeah,
rare, but it can happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like that in the southern hemisphere because it's the exact opposite anyway. So,
Yep. But I mean, I've seen it happen here too
yeah,
in
that is
Iowa,
true. That is true. Mhm.
which is a very strange phenomenon when that does happen. It's like, why are you going the opposite direction?
Mhm. That's so.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard rumors that in some parts of the country, the instead of going like this to go down the drain, water goes like this.
Oh yeah. Mhm. It's no surprise. Yeah, but honestly, folks, tomorrow night, the weather could get rough for a lot of people. So don't worry about your talk show or your soap opera or anything else getting interrupted. Okay? Remember, the meteorologists are on the air because the FCC makes it a requirement. All right? They're performing a public
You know
service.
what? I bet you a lot of those loyal weather forecasters and meteorologists, etc.
Hmm.
I bet you even without the federal regulations, they do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Like safety is priority number one.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's like I can get the highlights later, or what? Or what if it's a TV show? Watch it the next day online. It's gonna be
Mhm.
Yeah,
there.
I was watching engineering catastrophes
Hmm.
on Science Channel,
Hmm.
and it was one that I had seen on my recordings. So if the power did go out, we wouldn't lose our recording, so I'd get to see it anyway.
Yeah.
It, you remember a couple of years ago when a train derailed over the Tempe Town Lake, Shirley?
Yeah.
We made engineering catastrophes with that.
Ooh. But yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna worry if a show gets interrupted. I'm not.
No.
I'm not like. 'Cause I remember like. I'll just go back to this. A couple years ago, in Georgia, there was like a tornado warning not too far from Atlanta. People were getting upset. It's like, how dare you interrupt Tiger Woods? It's like, come on.
They need to grow up, seriously.
Yeah.
Mm.
Unfortunately, in this day and age, where people just want to, they
We're
want it
too
right
me
there.
oriented. We're
Yeah.
too me oriented.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So anyway, it is 10:02. I need to get some sleep because I'm getting tired.
Mhm.
And like I said, we are postponing the show tomorrow night due to bad weather coming my way. And after all, like I said, I run the Zoom and the YouTube. I mean, at the Zoom and the Streamlabs. So if my power goes out and we were doing the show, we'd be off the air just like that.
Yep.
So
But I will be going live at 9 o'clock to fill in the void, basically.
yep, that'll work. And even if nothing happens, I'm still not going to do it because
That's fair.
it's better to
Safety
play it safe.
first.
Let's
Yep.
see.
I would
Uh.
rather err on the side of caution.
Mhm.
And I would rather have Shirley err on the side of caution and not have a show than to have a show, be in the middle of our show and shit hitting the fan.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Craig was asking. Craig said this: I go to Target for the material items and not so much for the groceries part. Do you have Hy-Vee where you are? Unfortunately, I do not.
I think there's at least one highway that is being built in Alabama.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not here. So
Yeah. But I know there is going to be one being built.
that's good. Yeah.
Hy-Vee is now considered
Alexa,
a
where is the
nationwide.
new Hy-Vee being built in Alabama?
Here's something I found on the web. According to southernweddings.com, the celebration will be held at the new Heidi Alora Atelier at 4128
Whoops.
Fairhaven
I think
Lane,
that's the wrong
Alexa,
thing.
stop.
710.
Hy-Vee came out Heidi.
Oops. It happens.
Alexa isn't perfect yet.
No.
Alexa, home. Alexa is not perfect yet.
No.
I don't know of any AI that's.
Nah, I
No.
doubt it. All right. So anyway, like I said, tomorrow we are not doing the show due to the weather, but Mike will handle streaming another live video game
Yeah,
on
Persona
there.
5 Royal.
Yep, Persona 5 Royal. And then, of course, Friday is our Friday night game night. We are doing Among Us, but if that does not work, we will go to Doodler.
Yay!
So we have a backup plan just in case Among Us decides to act up.
Among Us
Oh, yeah.
did get a small patch today.
Okay. Okay.
So
What
that might
what
help
what'd you
some.
say, Mike?
Among Us did get a small patch
Okay.
today
Okay.
on the PC version. Console, at least for the PS5, came out yesterday.
Okay.
So
Uh,
it should behave, right?
That
we
should be it.
hope. We hope. But we'll just wait and see. Like I said, we'll have a backup plan this time. All right. So now let me play the 10-second inning here. Hang on.
Oh shit. That color in the wrong
All
place.
right. So with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe, especially tomorrow if you're living around the south. And
Tomorrow, be careful. Tomorrow, the
perfect.
weather's gonna be a bitch then.
Yep.
We
And
were saying
anyway,
good night too.
yep. And anyway, everybody have a great night, and we'll see you on Friday for game night. Good night, everybody.
Night.